The next question. Assalamu alaikum. I'm Hamdan, a student from Kandy, Sri Lanka. Can we celebrate Valentine's Day in Islam? First, we'll discuss the history of Valentine's Day. Valentine's Day, it is a Christian festival which is celebrated because of the death of Saint Valentine. Saint Valentine, who was a Christian, he was martyred on the 14th of February. That's the reason on the 14th of February, people, they celebrate this day of Valentine. And this person, Saint Valentine, when he was in prison, he wrote a love letter to one of the girls in prison. And he gave it to her and he told her, this is your Valentine. So this is the basic reason, in memory of this person by the name of Saint Valentine, who was a Christian and who gave his life for Christianity. So in his memory, people, they celebrate this day of Valentine. And it was established by Pope Gelasius I in the year 496 CE, that is Christian era. Because in remembrance of Saint Valentine, who had died in the year 269 CE, that is Christian era. And it is also known as Cupid in the memory, because of which refers to a little boy, a cherubic little boy. And it is a Christian festival, whereas it is also a pagan festival. And this person, Saint Valentine of Rome, he died on this day. He was martyred on this day. So this is in brief regarding the history of Valentine's Day. Now, what is the Islamic ruling on celebrating this day of Valentine? And on this day of Valentine, people, they give gifts, they give cards, they give roses, they exchange love letters, etc. Many a times it is given, a boy gives a love letter to a girl gives a love letter to a boy. Now, what is the Islamic ruling on celebrating this day of Valentine? Our beloved Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, said that there are two religious festivals. In Islam, there are two religious festivals, the Eid al-Fitr as well as the Eid al-Adha. So as far as religious festivals are concerned, we Muslims have two religious festivals. Besides this, we cannot celebrate any other religious festivals, whether it be Diwali, whether it be Christmas, whether it be any other religious festival, even if it be the day, even if it be celebrating Valentine's Day. Because if we look at the history, this day of Valentine, it is linked to Christianity. And in addition to this, there are several haram things that happen on this day of Valentine. For example, communication with a person of the opposite gender, with a person who's a na-mahram. A boy chats with a girl boy talks to a girl talks to a boy. Unnecessary communication, unnecessary interaction, unnecessarily meeting a person of the opposite gender. Exchanging gifts, exchanging cards, exchanging love letters. And many a times people give roses to a person of the opposite gender. And it is an opportunity for a boy to give a girl a rose on this day of Valentine. And it is a stepping stone to commit zina. Because a boy, he has an opportunity on this day of Valentine to give a rose to a particular girl. And a boy and a girl, they get close to each other. And then it would involve in many things that are haram, many things that are prohibited. So there are various things that are haram that take place on this day of Valentine. And even dating takes place on this day of Valentine. A boy will touch a girl, a boy will go out with a girl, whether it be for coffee, whether it be for dinner, whether it be going out to any other place. So various haram things are involved on this day of Valentine, and all of this, they are khutuwat al-shaytan, they are the footsteps of the devil. As Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, chapter number 2, verse number 168, وَلَا تَتَّبِعُوا خُطُوَاتِ الشَّيْطَانِ, and do not follow the footsteps of the devil. So in Islam, a person cannot unnecessarily communicate, laugh, giggle with a person of the opposite gender. A person cannot have, a boy cannot have a girlfriend, a girl cannot have a boyfriend. And this day of Valentine, it is specifically for distributing love, for spreading out love, and mainly with people of the opposite gender. So that's the reason we as Muslims should see to that we do not celebrate this day of Valentine. Unfortunately, many of the Muslims today, they celebrate this day of Valentine, not realizing that they are doing something that is haram, they are doing something that is prohibited. So we should see to that we do not celebrate this day of Valentine. And in fact, this day of Valentine, it will be approaching after 2 days, that is on the 14th of February, today is the 12th of February in Malaysia. So in fact, it is a good opportunity for us to correct our Muslim brothers and sisters on this day of Valentine that is approaching after 2 days. Tell them that these things are against the teachings of Islam. Correct our fellow Muslim brothers and tell them what they're doing, it is haram, it is prohibited. Correct them in a nice and in a gentle way. Because whenever we see anything wrong, we should stop it then and there itself. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in the glorious Quran, Surah Al-Imran, chapter number 3, verse number 110, كُنْتُمْ خَيْرَ أُمَّةٍ أُخْرِجَتْ لِلنَّاسِ تَأْمُرُونَ بِالْمَعْرُوفِ وَتَنْهَوْنَ عَنِ الْمُنْكَرِ وَتُؤْمِنُونَ بِاللَّهِ. You are the best of people, evolved for mankind, enjoining what is right and forbidding what is wrong and believing in Allah. So if we see someone doing something wrong, so we should correct him in a nice way, in a gentle way.